everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. Today we're going to take a look at the Polar Ignite. This is a fitness watch with integrated GPS and a whole bunch of sports profiles. And let's go check it out. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the good and the bad of this watch. And the first good thing up that I want to mention is that the Polar Ignite looks really good. I got the watch with the orange band because I think it looks really nice and makes it kind of pop on your wrist with that nice splash of color. I also like that the watch face is big enough that it looks good on both men and women, but the watch is thin enough that it's comfortable and it doesn't feel bulky or heavy at all when you're wearing it. So the next good thing that I really like about the Polar Ignite is the screen. The screen looks really, really nice. It's bright and easy to read whether or not you're inside or outside. It doesn't really matter. It's still easy to read. And it's touchscreen, so it's easy to navigate through the various screens and menus. So if you're starting an activity or you're trying to look at your progress or going ahead and reading a notification, which you can get notifications on here, so you can pair up the watch with your phone and have notifications sent through from your smartphone to the watch, which really makes this watch feel like a smartwatch with the quality of the screen and the notifications coming through. It really gives it a true smartwatch feel. Now, the last good thing that I want to mention about this Polar Ignite fitness watch is, well, all the fitness features that come along with it. So as you would expect with a Polar fitness watch, you're going to get the integrated continuous heart rate monitoring right on your wrist so that you're always going to be able to know what your heart rate is, not just during times of workout, but all times of the day, whether you're sleeping or at work or just sitting at the coffee table, you know, reading a magazine or on the couch watching the news. You'll always be able to know what your heart rate is by just simply looking at your watch. So that's a really nice feature. There's also like 100+ sports profiles in there. So pretty much regardless of what sport you're doing or what activity you're doing, whether it is walking or running or yoga or skiing or cycling, whatever it is, you're going to be able to find those sports profiles on the watch and to be able to use them. You also are going to be able to have things like breathing exercises and guided activities. So they really do offer a lot when it comes to the sports features of the Polar Ignite watch. And you would expect that because, well, it's a fitness watch. So now on to the bad, and there are a couple of bad points that I want to mention, and one of them is if you are a serious athlete, there's going to be a couple of features on this watch that you may miss from having a more upgraded fitness watch, and one of them is being able to connect a third-party heart rate monitor to your watch. So if you're somebody that really wants to have a third-party heart rate monitor, maybe for your cycling or maybe for your swimming or something like that, you're not going to be able to do that with the Polar Ignite, where you can do that with the Polar Grit X. Now, another thing that you may miss with this watch that you may be able to do with a different watch is to get audio cues or audio alerts. So that's something that I actually missed. I like when I'm working out or walking or whatever to be able to hear in my earphones, if I have my earphones paired up to my, to my phone or whatever, to be able to hear what my current pace is, what my heart rate is, all that stuff. So I really would like to have that feature. The Polar Ignite doesn't have it. So if you're looking for something like that, you're going to need to step up to something like the Polar Grit X. Now, this last bad feature that I want to mention is something that can be a little bit annoying at times, and that is the screen is a little bit slow to turn on and activate. So as I mentioned, you can get notifications through on your phone, and you can do the whole lift to view thing where it turns the screen on. But what I've noticed is at times it really seems to take a long time for that screen to turn on. So if you get a notification, you feel the little haptic feedback, the buzz on your wrist, letting you know that there's a notification that has come through. And then when you lift your wrist to actually view it, sometimes it can take a second or 2 seconds for it to actually turn on and start using, and instead of it being instantaneous like I've experienced elsewhere. And that can be a problem. Sometimes you think it's maybe not working and you find yourself flipping your wrist multiple times when you really just need to sit there and wait a few moments before it actually turns on. All right, everyone, so there you have it. That is a look at the Polar Ignite fitness watch. I think this is a fantastic watch. There are a couple of shortcomings, but they are not serious enough to be deal breakers for me. I think if you are a serious athlete that needs all the features that a fitness watch could possibly offer, then you probably want to go with something like the Polar Grit X. But for most people, this watch is going to give us everything that we need and even more. It is fantastic. It looks good. It's lightweight. It looks and feels and functions a lot like a smartwatch, even though it is an actual fitness watch. So you really get the best of both worlds, and that is just a wonderful thing to have. And the battery life. 5 days. I'm getting 5 days of battery life consistently, and that is included using, GPS for workouts. It includes using the continuous 24-hour heart rate monitoring. It it's with the, the lift to wake on there, so I'm constantly seeing the screen. It's with my smartphone notifications turned on, so I'm getting hundreds of notifications coming through every day. And I'm still getting 5 days of battery life consistently. This really is a fantastic watch. So yeah, anyhow, I'm gonna leave links to it down below in the video description so that you can check it out and pick one up. Oh, also I forgot to mention, this watch is only $229. So when you start looking at some of the other fitness watches out there and some of the smartwatches out there, these things can get really expensive. I mean, there are some watches that are $1,000+. Even some of the ones that are more average price for a fitness smartwatch, those watches are still in the $300, $400, $500 range. So at $229, this is a real bargain. It's a solid watch. It's just, I'm loving it. I think it's a great deal. I can't recommend it highly enough. So yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and leave links to it down below in the video description so that you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so that you can reach me elsewhere and see all the other products and services that I've reviewed over time. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Facebook. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.